You do disagree. You say you're pretty liberal. So politically, there are a lot of topics we would disagree on. Would you date an ICE officer?
I would not.
A woman, a lesbian ICE officer?
I would not.
She's the hottest woman ever.
I would not.
Because of the ICE officer thing? She's really hot, though.
I think that they abuse their power.
All of them?
A great majority.
The majority of ICE officers.
And I think that if that's what
power?
you want to do as your job, then that's just probably not compatible with me, personally.
Enforcing the laws of the United States is to be looked down upon.
Because I don't agree with all of them.
Yeah. Okay. Just curious, what do you think? Well, going around the table, would you date an ICE immigration enforcement officer? I don't know if you might not. Well, you're going back to Taiwan, so you're Taiwanese, right?
Yeah, Taiwanese.
Is it like? Are you scared of China? Like, is China gonna invade you guys, or what's going on?
I don't really know that.
You don't know about it? Okay, I don't know if we can talk. I don't know if they're allowed to talk about it, right? Can they talk? Can you talk about it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they don't want to talk about that stuff. Is there immigration enforcement in Taiwan? I don't know. Okay, we'll go to you. Would you date an ICE officer?
It depends.
On what? What about the guy who shot the woman?
Oh my God.
Yikes! That was it. Hey, that was. I shot from the hip there.
It's a low blow.
The one that hit the girl.
Okay, disregard that. Would you date an ICE officer?
It really just depends on the type of person
Let's
they
say,
are.
yeah, he's a good guy. You like him.
If he's a good guy, I like him, and
But
he's
that's his
not-
job.
At the end of the day, that is his job. But if he's not the type to, if he's just doing his job, doing what he's supposed to do, at the end of the day, that's not really my like. If I like him for who he is and he's just doing his job, I don't see an issue with it.
Well, you're married, so what's your husband do?
We met doing security at a hospital.
Is he still doing security?
No.
Oh, so you stay-at-home
Yeah.
husband? You bring home the bread, bring home
and
the bacon.
He holds down the house for me.
Hey,
He's
there
a
you go.
great at it.
There you go. If there's any billionaire women watching, I will be the best stay-at-home husband. I'll do it. I'll quit my job. Shit, for a billionaire woman, fuck it. Sign me up. Mackenzie Bezos, what's up? What about you? ICE agent?
No.
Why is that? You just disagree with
yeah.
stuff? Okay, what about you? Would you?
I think it really depends on the person, and like we need to know each other first.
Let me ask this: since it's you guys live in a different country, would you
Yeah.
date a police officer?
I would, but actually I'm scared because my job is illegal in Singapore.
Oh.
So what if we break up and call the popo on me?
The popo. Wait,
Like I'm really scared.
can you say that again? The popo? Call the popo?
Yeah, I'm scared they call the police on me.
The popo.
I'm really scared.
Oh shit.
Why? No.
What about a firefighter? Would you date a firefighter?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you date a police officer in
Yeah.
Taiwan?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. What about a soldier, military guy?
Soldier.
Soldier.
It's fine for me.
Fine for you?
Yeah.
It's fine too.
Fine. Would you date an ICE officer?
No.
Why is that?
Because I don't know, just no. It makes me sad.
What makes you sad?
I don't know,
The deportations and
yeah. It's just I don't know, it's sad.
it's sad
Yeah.
that they. What is sad about it? Like that they're. What's sad?
I would rather just like date like someone in the military or like a police officer.
No, but what's sad about it?
It is, and you see like this stuff on the news. It's really sad what happens.
Well, like some bad things do happen, but I mean, in terms of like, the sort of standard, operating procedure of, immigration enforcement, where they're just deporting criminals, is that sad?
No.
So you're fine with the deportation of criminals?
No. Wait. Can you repeat that?
Are you okay with the deportation of criminals, illegal alien
yes.
criminals?
Yes.
Okay, would this just include illegal immigrants, period? Because they are committing a crime by virtue of being in the country illegally?
I guess it would just like kind of depend on the person and who like the person like who they are as like a person, their beliefs and stuff. But if that's their job, then that's their job. So
Their job is being illegal immigrants?
no.
You mean the ICE officer?
Yes.
Oh, if you would date them, okay. What about you? Would you date an ICE officer?
I would.
Okay.
I would be a little scared for his life, so maybe that could stop me, but maybe.
But you don't object to the job itself?
I don't object to the job.
Okay. I guess back to you. You wouldn't date an ICE officer. Why is that?
Because I don't like the abuse of power that is happening currently.
The abuse of power. So what is the abuse of power that's happening?
There's a lot of violence going on, like the woman that obviously just got shot in the face. There was no reason for that to happen. That was
No reason?
no reason.
Didn't
for
she
that to
hit
happen.
an ICE agent with her car?
She did not.
But there's multiple
There's-
points of views, and he suffered internal bleeding from that.
From
That car, from
point of
Renee
view-
Good.
That's what they're saying.
There's multiple
Yeah.
points
That's
of
what they're
views.
saying.
That's
From the
what
point
the
of view,
reporting
it
is
shows
saying.
her
Body
turning
armor.
the car.
You see body footage. Come
Turning
on,
the
baby
car.
girl. You got to see multiple points of views.
Can I ask you a
If
question?
somebody was going to go towards you with
Can I
their
ask you a
car,
question, though? So if
But
you...
shooting 3 times, like one,
that's okay.
like he just, it was excessive.
So one shot's okay, but 3 shots isn't
Oh,
even
wait,
when
yes.
you're getting a
Wait, just
ran
to be
over.
clear. Yeah, that's
Do
good.
I
That's,
think
that's
he-
wait, that's actually really good. That's really good.
Do I think he should
Wait,
have
hold
shot?
on. Wait,
No.
really quick. Just to be clear, you said 1 shot's okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe that 1 shot would be okay, but I do
Okay.
believe it's excessive.
So it would have been okay if she
that there
ran him
was 3
over?
shots. No.
But what are you
I'm
supposed
not
to do in
saying
that?
that
When you're
she
a
was
federal
right.
agent, when you're employed by our U.S. government, you're actually above her,
I
above
think
a
he
Samaritan.
should have stepped back.
Well, he tried to, but then she just reared into him. He was going around the car. If you look at his body cam footage, you will see that he was walking around the car, and you hear her partner going, hit, like, speed off, like, go, drive the car into him. You cannot say that's okay. She shouldn't have been there. She was sitting there antagonizing them for 2 hours prior to that whole situation. That is not okay. You do not antagonize our federal workers.
I still do not believe it's justifiable to have shot her in the face.
A
3
couple
times.
questions for you. Really quick, just... I don't think we'll linger too long on the killing of the woman, which, by the way, it's awful that she died. It's a bad thing anytime anybody dies, you know. However, just really quick, who's aware of the story? Who here thinks that the killing was unjustified? Anybody think that?
I
Like,
think it's
killing-
wrong.
The killing was unjustified.
I'm kind of.
Wait, really?
Maybe killing was a little unjustified. To shoot is different than to kill.
Yeah,
Well-
like, you
well,
don't
I
have to
mean, if
shoot
you
her in
shoot
the
somebody-
face.
Well, I mean,
No,
if that's really
yeah.
only... Well, okay, hold on. A couple things. So she was interfering with their operations. From what my understanding is, she was following them, and then she illegally got into the roadway to block them. So, question, do you at least acknowledge that she was interfering with their operations?
I do.
Okay, so we can establish that at least. So that follows by, there was a different, not the guy who shot the gun, but there was a different officer that was approaching her car, giving her a legal command to exit her vehicle. Do you acknowledge that happened?
Yes, I
So
saw
he
that.
was giving her a legal command to exit her vehicle. So when a law enforcement agent tells you to get out of the car, that's not really, at that point, you're not going to be like a sidewalk attorney and be able to get yourself out of that. If a police officer is instructing you to get out of your car, it could technically, he might not have justification to do that, but there's a saying, you can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride. So typically it's best to, and in this case, they had she was blocking the road, she was impeding traffic, they were, from my perspective, it was a lawful order for her to exit the vehicle. They were about to detain her. So at that point, she was being detained. Now, if a police officer is trying to detain you, are you allowed to flee?
No.
Okay, boom. So now she's fleeing. Now I believe, can somebody in the chat tell me, does that get things to felony territory? I believe fleeing becomes felony territory. In any case, though, what's probably the most troubling thing, is that there was the agent directly in front of her car. Now, was he a little bit off, a little bit to the side? That one camera angle the camera angles aren't the best. However, he was, as she started going forward, there was a point where he was in front of the car as she started accelerating when his partner or whatever gave her a lawful order to get out of the car. So there's a Supreme Court case, I think it was back in the 80s. If vehicles can be deemed deadly force, and I'm sure you'd agree with me
Yes.
that you could kill somebody with a car. And if you are driving towards somebody with a car, you could kill them. We afford police officers and law enforcement officers a certain extra level of, for example, if you assault a random person, like in the street, that is a crime. However, in the course of a law enforcement officer's duties, if you assault a law enforcement officer, that comes with a higher level of, let's say, punishment, right? So in this case, she was moving her car in the direction of a law enforcement officer. Now, it's unfortunate that she died. Obviously, wish that went down. There could have been, in some alternate universe, could have been a whole bunch of ways that could have gone differently. From a legal perspective, self-defense. I don't think you're going to get around a self-defense argument. She was given the lawful order from the police officer to exit the vehicle. She was being detained. She was attempting to feloniously flee the detainment. There was a law enforcement officer directly in front of her. You're denying that he was struck. They claim he was struck. They claim that he went to the hospital. There was internal bleeding. Maybe you dispute that. In any case, it's hard to get around this. Ultimately, you know how that could have gone? She could have complied, got out of the car. Maybe they detain her. Maybe they give her a ticket. She goes on her way. Maybe she would have gotten arrested. She should have complied.
Mm-hmm. I understand the perspective of him trying to defend himself in that way, but I do think that it was excessive with firing so many shots and shooting her in the face. I don't know exactly what his approach could have been as far as an alternative prevention, but I do think that it was excessive. Was he doing his job and was he fearful of getting hit? Possibly yes, but I do believe it was excessive.
I mean,
should she have been there doing what she was doing? I don't necessarily believe that she should have. Should she have gotten out of the car? Most definitely. But can I see where she could have been fearful that she was going to get killed because of what the media is showing us right now from how ICE is behaving? Yes, so I see both sides of it, and it is very unfortunate.
So if you were pulled over because of what some instances of by the way, most traffic stops are completely unremarkable. Have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
Yes.
Were you murdered?
No.
Maybe the cop was a bit rude or a bit of a dick, but he gave you a ticket and you went on your way. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been the victim of police brutality?
No, I have not.
Has the police ever physically assaulted you?
No.
How many times have you been pulled over by police officers?
Maybe 4 or 5.
And, sometimes they can be a little rude or their tone might not be the nicest. But besides that, were your encounters with the police mostly unremarkable?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.